So hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. It's going to be another draw with me that I've been doing consecutively every Friday from 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time all the way usually to around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today I'm going to be just freestyle sketching while I warm up to get some work done later. I'm planning to record some videos this afternoon for questions that I've received. So I'm hoping to get a lot of work done today to be really productive. But before I start my day and get into the art of things, I wanted to just start with a sketch. I'm not sure where it's gonna begin and how it's gonna go. As you guys know, I really just play around until something comes out. So let's see where it goes. I'm on Pinterest right now and I'm searching for like a reference, something to inspire me. And then I'm just going to begin because, it's been so crazy the past week. I've been trying to get the setup to look appropriate. As you guys know, I've been trying to get my phone to function as like an overhead screen, and I feel like today I finally managed to get everything to work seamlessly, but we'll see once I start drawing on Photoshop because that was the problem last time. So I'm gonna go ahead and search for a reference because that is exactly what I need right now. I'm feeling a little uninspired this afternoon, but we're gonna work through it, and that's what art is all about. So let's get started. So I do have another monitor here. If you see me just looking off screen, it's because I'm looking at my other monitor. So if you are new here, don't feel any pressure at all. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and if you have any ideas for what I should sketch today, because I'm still searching for some motivation myself. So it's actually been a little while that I've found real inspiration, I'd say. And when I say real inspiration, I feel like I've lost a piece of the joy of art inside of what I've been creating. And it's been a while since I found like real inspiration, like a real perspective that pushes me to create from a very genuine place. And so I feel like maybe today I'm going to work on some expressions because they're important to work on, and I haven't actually done that in such a long time. And while I discussed that, I thought it would be really interesting to talk about, how hard it is to manage being an artist, working in a field that's not art related, but still wanting to do this full time. I had a really genuine, really wonderful conversation with someone who watched my video yesterday, and she was so great to talk to. But it actually brought me back to when I was teaching in South Korea. And when I was teaching in South Korea, I really enjoyed my time there, but it was super challenging for me because as an artist, teaching pulled me away from my love of art. So I'd always come home super drained and super tired and just feeling like I was doing the wrong thing and I was in the wrong career. And so I found that being a teacher really gave me the opportunity to realize that teaching is something I want to do, but I don't know if I can do it in this capacity being in South Korea. So I ended up taking it back to, where was it? Where was I? What was the decision I made after that? I ended up going back to Canada. Yes, I went back to Canada to really explore what it is that I loved about teaching, but also to give my chances of doing art full time a shot, because I never really had that chance. So while I was actually in South Korea, something that I did was that I was taking on clients for doing children's books while I was there. So I would teach from around 8:30 to 5 p.m. and then I'd go home, have dinner, and then from 7 to 11 I'd be working on my illustration clients that I had. And I wasn't represented at the time, I have to say that. So I would be working on, that's exactly what I'd be doing, but I felt so much confliction when I felt so much like confliction with just doing that, spending my entire day teaching, and then I'd come home burnt out, and I'd still have to commit to the projects that I had. It actually left me in a place of maybe even regret, to be honest, because I wondered why I didn't just stay home or back in Canada and, try to redevelop my art career. But when I remembered why I did that, it was more so because I was looking for a lot of stability inside of a career. And the moment I got that stability, or what felt like stability, I realized that what was more important to me was knowing that I was doing what I loved, even if it was part time. So I needed something a bit more lightweight that would enable me to do art part time and not burn me out. So my full time job couldn't be a really strenuous and laborious job that required so much out of me. So I wanted to take it a lot more easier. So I found that, that time of my life was so, it was just very eye opening, but very challenging, because I went from a stage of being a student and actually being in art school, be trying to figure out, where do I fit in the art realm? Can I actually make a career out of this? Getting scared that it wouldn't happen for me, at least not through doing art school. Then I went back to school again. I changed schools. I took a year off, then I changed schools. Then I studied linguistics, as some of you might know. And then after studying linguistics, I was like, hey, I'm finally going to get that job security I wanted. And because I was going to pursue teaching English overseas, because I've always wanted to visit South Korea. And I knew that having a degree, at least in linguistics, would prepare me to an extent of the language barriers that I felt like were my biggest issue. And I've always loved language learning as a whole. I know Korean, and it's something I've been learning since high school. So to be honest, I was like, this is a double win. I'm not going to be doing art anymore. I'm finally going to have job security, and I won't let my family down. I won't let myself down. So it was like really conflicting, to be honest. And so doing linguistics, finishing my degree, getting a certification, and teaching in TESOL, which is teaching English to speakers of other languages, so I can teach internationally, which is really great, and I loved it, and it was just perfect. Even though I had all of these credentials now, and I had the security that I wanted, I got a really great job. I was, where was it? I was stationed in the southern province of South Korea, closer to, where was it? I was stationed actually in Yosu, and it was such a beautiful place. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I had so many genuine and beautiful experiences that I've never experienced before, and it really led me to see that it took me traveling thousands of miles to another country to realize that I don't want to give up art, and it's something that I don't want to forever do just on the side, but I'm happy to do it on the side as long as I'm not tired doing it. So, I really want to speak to that person who is in that transitionary phase where they want to get into doing art full time, or even just that it brings in some income or some sort of supplemental resource for you, whether it's just having your work get acknowledged, having your time be acknowledged, and being financially supported in that way through doing art. I want to speak to that person because it's not an impossible task, and it's something you can definitely achieve. Granted, you continue sharing your work, really designing your portfolio in a way that's appealing. And if you're doing it in the business route, as long as you keep marketing yourself in the correct way so that people want to work with you and they see that you can help them achieve their dreams. So it really becomes that partnership, which I talk about a lot. You really want to partner with other businesses and other people who see that they can also tap into the skill that you have. So it's not an impossible thing, but I know that the journey is not always clear or easy to kind of assume. because when I actually wanted to get into doing art full time, it was not to become a children's book illustrator. Being a children's book illustrator for me was a way to make money, and I didn't see it as my forever. I seen it as like my transition into working at a studio. So that's why I really highlight that, whatever your steps are towards getting to where you want to be, we don't always know perfectly what that looks like, and we'd be surprised to find out where we end up in the end that's art related, because it's mind-boggling to know that it doesn't things aren't as linear as we think. And even when we believe or we've been told that a path will get you there, it's not necessarily what actually does it, and what getting there actually is. And so I really want to stress to you that sometimes the hiccups along the way that seem to take us away from where it is we want to be aren't actually as bad as it seems. Sometimes it really isn't as bad as it seems. So if you just give me a second, I am just pulling up something here. Sometimes, yeah, so it's not as bad as it seems. Hang in there. You're gonna get there. Let's see. So I'm trying to do this. I want to do a page full of like expressions, because mine are super stiff. So, I mean, like the ones that I draw these days, they're super stiff and they always look the same. So I am in a position right now where I really need to get it together, sharpen what I'm doing, and actually, do you know what I need to be doing is pulling up some human gestures and draw from reference, because there's no reason to be drawing from your head if you know you're rusty and you need to revise and sharpen it. So just give me 1 second as I pull that up. So I pulled one up here, but I'm not sure which one I'm gonna choose. So let's see. I want to find something that that inspires me to do it. I just don't want to draw anything. Let's see. So I really want to do an expression sheet. Let me just remind myself. So it seems like my Photoshop app is lagging. That is not good. And like I said last time, I really don't like when it does that, because it takes away from the quality of the video. So hopefully it just corrects itself. I managed to work out a solution. My husband got a Ethernet cord for me to connect to the internet direct. So it's super fast and it's a lot better than it was before. But I don't want it to be like really poor quality where you guys have a choppy experience. Okay, so I still haven't found one yet. A really good reference for a facial expression sheet. So if you give me a second, I'm pretty sure I'll find one in a moment. Okay, so I think I found one that I like so far. So I'm gonna start on a boy, because why not? I don't draw boys a lot and I really need to work on it. So let's do this. I don't know what it is about expressions. They're so fun to look at and to imagine doing, but when you actually start drawing them, I find like it makes my heart race. Like I cannot figure that out. I cannot figure out what that is. It makes me so anxious sometimes. I think I need to zoom in a bit more. I need another window here. Hmm. I think it'd be better if I made him looking at us, the viewer. So if you, right? Yeah, I agree that it's so tricky. If you find that the stream gets really laggy, you can let me know because I really can't tell on my end. But I imagine that it is getting laggy. The thing about like expressions for me is that it takes is one little thing, one little like eye movement, one little twitch for it all to like somehow be thrown off completely, and I cannot figure out. Sometimes you just don't know what it is, but you just have to accept that it's like that. So, man, it really is tough sometimes. Okay. I think this is okay. I think it's good enough. I'm not supposed to be spending like 15 minutes on a sketch, so you know, I feel like when I tell myself, "Hey, I'm gonna sketch," it's not a sketch. It's a full-on drawing. So I need to be realistic sometimes. And when I tell myself, "No, it's gonna be a sketch," like Shalene, leave it as a sketch. Like sometimes we as artists, because I know I'm not the only one that does this. I'm not gonna assume it's just me. We as artists need to really just learn to let go. I am not gonna put that all on myself. Oh my gosh. I feel really rusty. Like me going over these lines right now, I feel like I'm spending way too much time doing something that's very simple, that should be simple. But I guess this is just the way it is. And it's good to see you again, Maloverse. It's good to see you again. I hope you're having a really good day. I usually draw with the red here because my eyes are super sensitive to the light, and that's why I don't use the black on the white canvas anymore. But now the red is getting too strong, and I'm like, I need a darker color. I can't do it. My eyes can't handle it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there. Let's keep going to the next sketch. So let's see, maybe we'll do like a confused face. Yeah, I'm doing well too. I'm doing well too. It's a rainy day, so I'm not complaining. The sun's not too bright. In our place, it's not like super bright. The only bright room is actually like this room here that I'm in, and a couple rooms on this side of our house. But I'm not complaining. My eyes can actually do the stream without like straining. So I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm honestly here for it. When I mentioned that, actually, what reminded me of sometimes I feel like a lot of people, well, no, I used to feel like being an artist full time was like everything. But now that I do it, I'm just like, it's just like any other job. And I have so much more of an appreciation for just having the option to draw and the simplicity of, oh, you like using burgundy. Okay, good color. Good. That's a good point. And the simplicity of just like being able to stand here and do this, because I'd rather be here drawing freely with you guys, with you, rather than actually working on my work. So I realize work will always just be work, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's something you love to do or not. It's still work. It's honestly still work. And this is fun. Like, I'm actually having fun. I'm bringing back the joy of being an artist again when I do this. Okay, I'm supposed to be drawing like a confused face. So let's see how this turns out. Hmm. Exactly, the closer I get to going full time, the more I realize how much work it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's just like a human thing or if it's like we just like to feel that we're doing what we love, and the but when we make it work, oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know what it is. 7 years ago, I did anything I could do to be where I am now. And I'm like, how can I make my life simpler? How can I actually dial it back? Because if you want work, I realize you'll get it, but that means you don't have too much time to live. And I'm 28 right now, turning 29, and I'm like, I don't have the time to be working all the time. Like, I have time to be working all the time, but I really don't. This room is not where I want to spend the rest of my 20s. So I only have a year and a couple weeks, a year and a half before I turn 30. So it's I have to really consider what my life is going to look like and the routine that I want to have and stuff. I understand the grind, but I'm like, I don't know. Is that something I'm going to value in 10 years? I'm not sure. Last summer, I didn't even see outside. I was literally indoors the entire time. So I I'm not doing that again. I am definitely not. I am not doing that again. Me at 31. Be careful with your posture. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's only actually in the past 4 months that I decided, you know what, Shalene, I need to genuinely make my space more ergonomic. So I bought a standing desk, I got an ergonomic chair, I got the stress relief pad for my feet now that I'm standing. And I'm just like I'm trying to undo all the damage I've done over the past couple of years because my lower back and the back of my neck, the pain that this job comes with working from home, oh my gosh, it's a luxury, yes, but at what cost? At what cost? I'm like, my neck has never been more sore ever. So I'm glad that now I have the arm, I'm raising it, I'm trying to get the blood flow going. And I'm honestly a hermit. I have to admit that I'm not an outdoorsy kind of person. I like being a hermit. I like being home. So that means I don't go outside as much as the average person. So essentially, I need to find ways to stay moving. So I'm thinking of joining a couple classes this spring so I can force myself outside doing something I'd love. So we'll see how this goes. I really need to be conscious about my health. I am not a spring chicken anymore. Not in the way that I used to be, at least. Like, I used to be able to stay up so late. And I can, but the next day, I am finished. I am absolutely finished. Okay, it was supposed to be a confused look, but I'm changing it to a disappointed look. A questioning disappointment. Do I like it? Yes, I like it. Let's see. What should I do? I'm actually thinking. Hi, Elena. So, have you ever traveled while working on illustration? I feel like that's one of the reasons I want to work as a freelancer. Have I ever done that? Personally, me, no, because my I don't own a tablet that's portable. So, personally, right now in my life, no. But that point of my life is coming because I will invest in a tablet so I can do this on the go. So, I actually don't sketch traditionally anymore. So, even if I wanted to, it's not my first point of choice to take a sketchbook and then do the sketching phase of that part of my process when I'm working. So, no, like I really don't, but I want to. I really want to. So I haven't taken advantage of that opportunity. Like, more so, what work would be like if I was on the go, it would be answering emails, doing the meetings, and essentially finding the inspiration points and doing the research that I would have to do to complete the book. Like, that would be my on the go stuff where I'm at the cafe, the library, or I'm just out in nature and I'm collecting references and things like that. But the actual drawing, I haven't, and I've wanted to. I just couldn't. You know what? Yoga, I've heard so many good things about yoga, Maliverse. Honestly, I need to get on the yoga tip. See, this, honestly, Elena, you get it. I feel you. If it weren't for my dog, I wouldn't leave the house, but at the same time, I kind of look forward to it. My husband wants to get a dog, and I actually feel like getting a dog would get me out the house more. I'm forcing myself out the house these days. I'm trying to take a walk, but it's so boring. That's the challenge. I'm like, it's not fun for me to just walk because I consume my thoughts with thoughts. And I feel like I could do this at home. I could just be thinking at home. So you see Apple users laughing hysterically. You know, I'll be laughing with you guys soon. So you know what? Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that. I'll be with you guys in hopefully by the end of the year. So I am working on revamping my entire workflow because I love my office. And originally, what it was that I was like, I want to keep my work in the office. So I like that aspect. But now, when I'm like, okay, there's an impromptu trip that I'm supposed to take, I can't leave. So I'm like, well, it's that's the conflict. So I need an iPad and I need to learn how to use an iPad for that specific reason, for those mini vacations that come out of nowhere where I need to still create on the go, but I can't. Man, I'm so restricted. I'm very restricted with this workflow here in terms of mobility, but it grants me that opportunity of like the big screen. This tablet right here is like what I spent my entire childhood dreaming about. So no matter what, I feel like I come back to this and I'm like, I love you so much. Because this was actually, there's a story behind getting this Cintiq. It's the first thing I bought when I got my, after I got home from South Korea in 2018, 2019. And it was a gift to myself for waiting like 15 years to buy my first ever tablet. So it's my baby, you know, like we've been here together. We went through this. Cintiq got me through some of the biggest jobs that I've had, working for Penguin Random House, Mattel, and American Girl. Like, if not for this, I'd be operating off of my little bamboo. So, you know what? I still love her. I still love her. The 15-year-old inside me is still like squealing with like energy. But I might have to upgrade soon. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it then. So I think I like this sketch so far. I might leave it. Is his head normal? I might make it bigger. Oh. Yeah, I think that's good. Actually, I do not like it at all. I don't like it. I don't think it's expressive enough. It feels too plain. I think I want to try to push it further. I feel like I'm kind of copping out a little early. Hmm. Yeah, it's better. I can see someone looking at me like that. Okay, what should I do next? Maybe Hmm. When I work on this, I'm reminded of the fact that I'm supposed to be working on my new portfolio that I'm supposed to be putting together. So I consider this like the rough warm up for that. I'm revamping my entire portfolio because I think I know what I'd rather be doing within the industry of children's books, and I don't think that, well, it's kind of early to say it out loud, but I'm exploring. I'll just say I'm exploring, and I think I want to really try my hand at getting better at book covers. So I really want to start to flex that muscle because design and composition is personally one of my weak points, and it's kind of weird to say as a children's book illustrator because that's such a big part of the job, but it's my weak point, and in my personal opinion I could do a lot better, and I need to work on that. So I feel like maybe in the coming weeks I'm going to start my streams by testing out some potential book cover practices that I could use to stretch this muscle, because when I'm presented with that task in real time at work, it's not hard, but I know I could do better. I could do significantly a lot better. I'm definitely in a phase right now where in 2020 to 2022, I really had to just get work done because my schedule was so full. Like I didn't have enough time to connect to the love of art. But now in 2023 going onward, I really want everything that I do to have my stamp of, I poured my all into this. Like this is everything. And that just might mean that I need to take on fewer jobs and make the quality of my work better, because I don't like when I have to use a piece that I don't like from a book that I had to struggle through. I don't like using those pieces as portfolio pieces. It just rubs me the wrong way, and I don't want other clients to look at that piece and say, "Hey, we love this. Can you do it again?" Like, no, I can't. I can't do it again. Let's just scrub that out of your memory and start over. So, I'd rather not do things that way. I'd rather not. Yeah, you totally get it, Malaverse. You get it. Because, and you know what's funny? It's always the ones you don't like. I don't get that. So, I'm like, can we really talk about this? Like, why did you choose this one? This is actually one of my worst pieces. So, what did you see? What did you see? Because I don't see it. And I'd like not to. But for some strange reason, you feel drawn to the one thing I detest in my portfolio. So, I don't know what it is. So, I'm trying to scrub away the past right now. I'm trying to scrub it away ferociously. So, no, did I? I think I disconnected. I'm not sure. Did I disconnect? Let me see. Oh no, I lagged. So I think I lagged for a second. So I cannot find another reference. I do not know why. Nothing is really calling to me. I think I just need to do like one of those. What do you call it? A generator. Like a facial expression generator. So I just draw what I see. That's what I'm going to do. Facial expression generator. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'm ready. Okay, let's do that. Oh, my reference. Yeah, it's totally an option. They have these things for everything. These generators. I am so thankful to. Honestly, it just came to my head. I'm like, why don't I search it? I've never used it before. I Googled it and somebody thought about it before I did. So I love Google for that. Because I used to use the pose generators several years ago when I was still in art school and practicing form and all of that. So I figured, why wouldn't they have that for faces? I'm on a website called lineofaction.com, so far so good. It's actually been pretty promising. Hmm. That's good enough. You know what? I'm not gonna stress. I'm just gonna keep going because if I keep touching it, it is never going to end. Okay, next one. I am not sure even. See, now I'm drawing people. I was supposed to be drawing children, and I'm I'm fighting the urge. I'm actually drawing the reference and not turning them into my style. I have to remember, keep it stylized, but take the notes of the expression. Before I even got into doing children's books, like I really loved just doing figure drawings and still lives and things like that. So honestly, it's a miracle that I do children's books at all because where I started is not where I thought I'd be. Honestly, I never imagined that I'd be a children's book illustrator. I never pictured this as a career. I didn't even know it was possible until I was like 23 or 22. I never even thought that all the books that I was reading, that someone was getting paid to create the work in there. The only people I thought that were making money in art were comic artists for some strange reason. But I really believe that children's books was not really a thing. Wow, the sun's coming out. Okay. It was so dark earlier, but it's actually well lit in here now. That's how I feel too, Malivers. I actually feel the exact same way. I need to work on my style as well because it's too detailed. I've actually been told that they're like, your work's too detailed for board books. So I was like, I guess I need to either fix it or just go for more young adult stuff because I've literally been I had to revise like 3-4 times one time. I'm like, okay, I think my eyes cannot see the world less detailed than the way that I do right now. So I hear that. I'm right there in that boat with you. So you do children's books too? That's so cool. That's so awesome. It's so hard to like meet other children's book illustrators. I don't know what it is, but it's actually really hard to meet them. I actually liked it before. I liked the gap. Oh, awesome, awesome. Actually, I feel like I'm supposed to be working on my own too. I told myself this year, like, I want to take less projects so that I can actually work on my own stuff. And I feel like I get better if I do my own work. So I actually, we're in that boat together too. We're totally in the same boat again. I if you can do your own book, honestly, you're a step ahead of a lot of people. You're a step ahead of me. So I do this, but I feel like because I haven't done it for myself, there's a bit of a tension that I have because I was like, if this was my own book, this wouldn't matter. This wouldn't matter. Like, I know I have the vision if it was my own stuff. Yeah, DIY style. Yep. Exactly. And I found when you actually do your own work, you have higher chances, like if you're trying to get into the industry, of getting into the industry. I found, like, if you can actually do it, either they would want to find some way to work with you for your story to finish it or to revise it to do it, or they're just like, hey, you'd make an awesome children's book illustrator too. We should get you on projects. So I feel like maybe what I need to do is just make my own book and be fine. I have a story inside, but I'm just nervous to get it out, to be honest, because I'm like, if it's so close to home that if I told it, I'd be like, do I even want to share this? So it's kind of like that, but I know I want to get it out. I just have to be willing to allow myself to visualize the story in a way that feels right instead of keeping it in my mind and like hoarding it in my mind actually. Okay, this is good. I'm not gonna overthink it, just keep going. What hairstyle should I do with this one? Can I just leave them bald? I think I'm gonna leave them bald because I'm taking too much time. I have to keep going. Yeah, awesome. That's what you thought as well. I just want to see what I can do on my own. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. Yeah, this is actually the year that I'm supposed to really work on my own things. So let's do this. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Like, I'm here every Friday, Maliverse. I'm gonna hold you accountable. I'm actually gonna hold you accountable because you told me, and I've seen you on here last week too. So I'm gonna hold you accountable. If in 6 months and you're still on here, and no, next year, I want to put it in my calendar actually. Next year, hopefully, we can see some progress towards what we're working on in a tangible way. That it's either written out, we've gotten some layouts done, we've actually been going through the motions of seeing some fruit. Let's do this. Like, honestly, like, I am done talking about it. I'm done thinking about it. I'm ready to brainstorm it and get it out. I'm really ready. I don't know why you know what? No more excuses. Just do it. Just do it. I'll probably make my portfolio pieces based on that story because there's no way I can do a new portfolio and a whole new story at the same time. I'd rather just explore that. Maybe that'll be my motivating factor. It's good to know that you're down because I'm really gonna like look out for you. If you're not following me on Instagram already, we should follow each other, and then I'm gonna double check with you because I've YouTube to YouTube. It's so hard to find out like what you actually do unless you have like an active YouTube channel. I don't know that yet, so I will have to see what happens after the stream and follow up with you because I'm big on accountability. And this is the year of results. So let's see some results this year. Okay, let's see what the next one is. So I'm going to draw. I think this is my last one because, oh my gosh, the hardest one is from my last one. Let's do it. This might be my last one because I have to do my other work, unfortunately. But it's been so much fun trying. So this one is like a guy holding his glasses like this. But let's see if I can get it. I'm going to try saving the best for last. Let's see if I can get this down. No, mine is off already. A super surprised face. I can do that actually. I got some stuff on here too, but I'm much more active on it. Yeah, see, I'm not really on Instagram these days, but I'm trying to get back over there. And TikTok. Actually, I'm on TikTok too. I do TikTok more than Instagram. So I can actually do a surprise face after. I feel like I could do that one more confidently than I'm doing this one. So once I finish this, I'll do that. And then we'll see what happens after that. So I'll definitely follow up with you, Maliverse, because if you're accessible online, I can find you, then I'll definitely find you. I will find you. Yeah, so Elena, I'm gonna get to the super surprised face. I'll definitely get to that. I don't know about these 3/4 angles sometimes. See, this one's not really a kid anymore because I'm actually drawing the model. But he looks pudgy because I'm trying to remember to draw a kid. Ooh, isn't that kind of cool? I'm feeling it. I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling it. Okay, let's zoom in a bit more. I'm kind of feeling the expression. I'm feeling it. Alright, so he's wearing glasses. Why? Okay, let's do this. So his neck is coming here. going kind of back. Thanks, Miloverse. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going. Feeling it. So let's go there. It's the glasses. It's the glasses. Oh my gosh, I'm not excited for that. Okay, let's keep going. Ugh. So. I don't know. Let's do this. There's gotta be an easier way to do this without losing all hope in myself. Okay, so I'm gonna try that like that. See, nope, we gotta go over some more. Jeez, there has to, I need like a system for drawing glasses. Even when it comes up in my own work, I spend so long just trying to get the angles right. And depending on the shape of the glasses, that's a whole other beast. See, they're so tiny. I can't. This is hilarious. I can't. The ankle is so wrong. So let's just get the rough down. Okay. I know it needs to be at least like this. Let's get this size and start. Let's actually go higher. If this doesn't work out, he's not getting glasses. That's all I'm saying. We'll just give him contacts or something. Like, that's... I can't make any promises. It's just the name of the game. He's the cool kid in his class. I just thought, right? I actually feel that. I feel it too. I feel it too. I just have to age him down a little. Make his head a little... jaw a little bit more soft. That's all I gotta do. And make his ear like significantly smaller. Significantly smaller. Hey, you're still a child. You're not a man yet. Let's just soften you up a little. They are. Glasses are hard to draw. It's just, if you guys know any tips or videos, you can definitely send them to me in the comment section, because glasses, I don't know. That's just it. I don't know. I just hope and pray. That's what I do. I genuinely hope, and I have an internal dialogue that's praying, and usually it works out. But the times when it doesn't, the character's not wearing glasses. So that's just the honest truth. You know what? I think I know what it is, but I just don't know how to make it make sense in my head, the way I'm seeing it in my head. I don't know. There are some really small glasses, I will say that. They need to come over more. Okay. You know what it is? I'm drawing his glasses really flat, but in the reference, they're on an angle. So the glasses are 3/4 too. But I don't know how to do that. That's the problem. I actually don't know how to draw that. I don't know how to visualize that in my mind where it makes sense. So that's actually the main issue that I'm having. But if I can make it believable, I think I'm going to leave him alone. I think he'll still keep his glasses. If I can make it make sense to my eyes, then he'll keep it. So I'm using my phone for the stream, so it might cut out sometimes. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. You could probably even see it in the webcam. It's like right here. So, man, glasses. I would have been done this if not for these glasses. So once I finish this, I'm gonna get to the surprised face. I'm gonna leave it. He's gonna keep his glasses for today. I'm not content with it, but I can't do any better. At least not right now. So he's just gonna have to. Huh. 1 second, guys. No! Decline. There we go. I'm not sure what that looks like for you guys, but every time that happens, it like blacks out for me, but we'll see. Am I frozen? You know what? I'm gonna keep going. Let's see if I can finish this really quick. I kind of like it here. I'm gonna leave him bald too. He's a cool kid in class. Thank you for dubbing him that. So let's do our surprised face. I did see an example for that one. Oh, but that one's on an angle. He's more smiling surprised. I don't know if that's what you wanted, Elena. This one's like smiling and surprised. Okay, thanks, Malaverse, for mentioning that. Okay, let's actually do the smiling surprised one. Okay, let's do this. Okay, thanks, Elena, for mentioning that. All right, now let's see. Sometimes the lines just make me angry. I wish I could mentally organize the lines in my head so I don't have to erase them sometimes, because it just takes away the appeal in my mind of wanting to draw. Ah. Okay, I'm not even on like the hard stuff yet. This nose, you know what? Just don't. Nose, just don't, not today. We're not doing this today. Just not today. It's actually the wrong perspective. Then I feel like it should go over a bit more. Thanks. Like in the picture, his eye is actually like right here. There's like the eyelid, the bottom of the eyelid is right there. Oh, this is the eraser. Oopsie. So I feel like I kind of did it really quick, but okay, and I think I like it without it. There's something about this that's not right. Let me just fix this. Something about it. Oh, that's better. So I think this is it for today. I know it's not the surprised face that you wanted, Elena, but oh, it seems I'm lagging all of a sudden. Hopefully it fixes itself. Hopefully. So I think this is all I can get for now. And essentially, this is our surprised happy face. So I couldn't get it like pure surprise, but the reference close, it's pretty close to the reference in my opinion. And I managed to animate it and it doesn't look like a super hyper realistic human being. So I consider this a success in my books. So I would have to say this reaches the end of the stream this Friday. It was so much more chill. There wasn't really much of like a dedicated topic this time, but I feel like it's still good nonetheless. And I really appreciate each and every one of you that came out this week to hang out. So I will be back online next week, Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this time I'll try to make sure there's like a schedule stream that you guys can just click so it's not hard to find the link if you were searching for it. So thank you to each and every one of you that were here. And I will see you next week. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below. And if you liked the video or you had fun, you can like the video and subscribe if you feel like this is something you want to see more of. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.